Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. Pretty excited about this one just because I have found a game for a system which I've never found a game for before. So pretty excited about that, but I'll get right into this. All this stuff came from thrift shops. Pretty decent week, I think, here of thrifting for the most part. I know recent videos found some pretty stellar stuff too, but pretty pumped about this one as well. So let me get started here. First thing though, probably should have left this one behind, but I grabbed it with two other games which I'll show you in a second. But I picked up Wolverine's Revenge X2. I don't really know a whole lot about this title. I don't know if it's any good or not. I just kind of grabbed it on a whim just because I was in a hurry and I grabbed the other two games. Probably could have left this one behind though, but needless to say, it is complete, so can't really complain there. And if I have to, I'll just end up flipping it for what I paid for it, basically. So, you know, that's kind of the thing right there with that one. But at the same time, I picked up these two titles. This one here is pretty sweet here. It's Pikmin on the GameCube. This is the player choice type one. I think I have the player's choice one already, but I'm not entirely certain if mine has the manual, which this one does. So that's pretty sweet right there. And the disc on it probably has seen better days, but I'll give that quickly through the resurfacer, just a little bit of a buffing, and it should be pretty good to go. So happy with that find. And at the same time, also found a copy of Super Mario Sunshine, so that's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, this one's missing its manual, but still not too bad, you know, overall. Have to really take a close look at these ones and make sure that they work, though they are a little bit scuffed up, the two of them. In fact, the Pikmin one has, I don't know if you can see it here on the camera, you might not be able to, but there is like one little notch right here, not really a notch I'd say, but it's fairly deep scratch right here on the edge of the disc. So I'm kind of curious if I'm going to be able to do anything about that. I mean, it's not like it's cracked or anything, but it looks pretty substantial, but maybe I'll be able to buff it out. It was definitely worth it just to take a shot on it and see, you know, if it actually works out. On another day, a bunch of games came out, but the only one I grabbed was this one here, which is NHL Hits 2003. Pretty good deal right here. I already have this one, but this one here is actually sealed, although the wrapping on it is kind of like basically coming off at this point, so it is brand new inside otherwise, so that's pretty sweet. And really fun game if you haven't checked this one out. You know, it's kind of like I don't know, like NBA Jam or something almost for the GameCube, you know, so it's kind of arcadey hockey game, and I enjoy hockey games, so that's pretty sweet right there. Moving on, this one here I probably could have left behind. I thought it was an interesting find, and definitely, you know, decently worth it, I guess, so it's not like it's a big loss, but once I did a little bit more research on it, I found it wasn't really what I thought it was. So anyway, it's this game right here. It's ESPN Sports Connection. This one here has a whole bunch of different, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's a whole bunch of different like little mini type games on it, or not mini games, but you know, like compilation kind of thing, sort of like Wii Sports. And that's really what I thought when I saw this, and I saw when I was looking on the back here, and like obviously from the front, you know, that they had like a tennis game, which I really enjoyed that on the Wii, the tennis type ones. And then I saw a couple others that looked interesting, and then I saw a kart racer, and I thought that's pretty cool, a little kart racing game. And turns out that, you know, from reviews, this isn't really that great of a title, so that's an unfortunate buy. I don't know if I'll ever end up playing this just based on what I saw, but I picked it up because I didn't really know a whole lot about it. It turns out probably shouldn't have, but you never know. If you enjoy that game, let me know, because like I said, I've never played it. I'm just going off reviews on that one. Alright, so the next game that I got here is a PlayStation 3 game, which I've always had a general interest in, really thought highly of it sort of back in the day when I saw it. Never really picked it up because, you know, I don't really like to play retail, but happy to find it now, and glad I picked it up because it's brand new. No one's ever opened it, and it's PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which, you know, basically is like a PlayStation version of Smash Bros. I don't want to take it to that kind of level, but this game gets like pretty decent reviews. Not like super highly valuable game necessarily, but if you enjoy like the PlayStation mascots and their franchises, then this would be a pretty cool like beat 'em up kind of brawler, what do you call it, battle arena type game right here. So really cool. And happy to find this one. Also, this one includes the downloadable version for the PS Vita, so I don't know if that would still work or anything like that, but still cool nonetheless to grab that one. Moving right along, I found 3 PlayStation 1 titles, which is kind of nice. This is all at the same time, so on that day I picked up these 2 titles and these next 3 plus the last one I'm going to show you here, so it was all sort of like one stack. What I picked up was the collector's edition for PlayStation 1 of Crash Bash, so that's really nice right there. Unfortunately, these collector's edition ones have that greatest hits kind of issue with the non-colorized discs, so not really a huge fan of that necessarily, but still cool nonetheless to pick up some Crash games. And right along with it was Crash Team Racing, so pretty sweet right there. And again, complete, really nice shape. I think the disc might be a little bit scuffed up. This one's actually one of the better ones of the 3, so that's pretty nice right there. And then the last one was Crash Bandicoot Warped. So got all 3 of those, the collector's edition style. Unfortunately, did not come with the the casing that goes around it, like the cardboard box that would go around this to hold them all together. But still, nonetheless, to pick up all 3 collector's editions games, pretty sweet right there. So this brings me to my last one. This is a game that I have never found another game for the system in the wild before, and it's for the TurboGrafx 16, and that is Keith Courage in Alpha Zones. And I know this is like the pack-in game that came with the TurboGrafx, but as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely worth the pickup just because I've never found a TurboGrafx game in my life out in the wild. Only thing wrong with this one is this part started peeling off, but I think I can just glue that back down. Otherwise, it's in pretty decent shape. The manual has like one small spot here in the corner where it's a little bubbled up, but I can probably iron that out. And then the HU card is actually like perfect shape. It's even in the plastic covering or coating or whatever that's called, the sleeve that it basically goes in. And there's even the sticky, whatever it is, like the little sticky thing that sticks it to the back of it. So it basically looks like somebody had this and never really played with it too much, because when I look at the card, like the contacts are perfect. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. So really cool right there. I just have to glue this part back down to the spine and I'm good to go, and really happy to find a TurboGrafx 16 game out in the wild, because after all the years of thrifting and hitting up a few garage sales here and there, I've never actually seen one of these out in the wild. So nice little find right there. That being said, that's everything I found this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.